other, like Ripple's going after Swift, you know, Bitcoin's digital gold. There's several different major use cases, but Solana's very good at the performance.
With only a few days left, and I'm not talking interest rate cuts this time, I'm talking the launch of the first ever US spot ETF, well, that we waited for last week, but didn't get it. Looks like Thursday is the day, but this is bigger than I think a lot of people realize. There is some differences with this ETF that is not the same as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others. This could signal a very bullish move for XRP. We're going to break down why this is important, what's going on with it, and what does the past tell us that could certainly play out the future when it comes to XRP. So all of that in this video. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button for more. Let's get into it. So as many of you know, the OSPREY ETF is set to go live this week. Now it is delayed and we expected it last Friday, but it looks like now Thursday is going to be the day after interest rate cuts from Jerome Powell. But this ETF is a bit different. We know that in the past, Bitcoin ETFs have come out and they've done very, very well. Ethereum was a little bit slow to get going. A lot of them though didn't ultimately hold the underlying asset in the value that was attributed to the fund. Well, this is where the OSPREY or the OSPREY ETF for XRP is very, very different. In fact, 80% of the entire fund will be made up of XRP and they're going to buy it on the open market. This is incredibly good news and certainly shows some real conviction in this. Now, how is this going to affect the fund? And more importantly, what does it mean for your holdings? Well, if we take a look at Grayscale, they launched their XRP trust a while back. That now sits with over $17.5 million. And I think the important thing to reference here is that's XRP. The whole fund is made up by building shares out attributed to the fact they hold on to that XRP. And this has been doing very, very well, seeing about 2.5% gains and continuing to rise. The Grayscale Trust will be converted to an ETF as well, but that just shows you what that opportunity is. And don't forget, the Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs showed just how big this market could be, with iShares holding nearly 760,000 Bitcoin, with Fidelity in around 205,000 and Grayscale 177,000, and they've been selling ever since they've been doing it. Tells you, well, that's how big this ETF truly is going to be. But it's not all. It's actually going to hold cash, treasuries, derivatives. It's basically a spot ETF with extras, and it's more regulated than traditional spot products. This is going to be, in my opinion, one of the craziest ETFs that we've seen. And yes, it's all about XRP. And in my opinion, there's a very obvious reason as to why this is going to be so regulated and why there is going to be so much interest in it. Because, well, Ripple wants to become a bank. And what do banks offer? They offer treasuries, they offer ETFs, they offer financial products and much more. This is an important day. And Thursday, in my opinion, cannot come soon enough because I actually think we're going to see a really big move, not overnight. And I think it's worth referencing. This is going to build slowly as people understand the magnitude that's attached to this ETF. Then the game officially changes. You'll start to see many other companies jump on the bandwagon. The minute they can offer these kind of offerings backed by XRP, I think we're going to see some pretty big moves. So watch out. Thursday is everything I'm hearing is going to be that launch. As always, we're going to keep you posted on that. But that's not all. As Ripple start to build out and, well, really start to do their work, they actually announced today a $25 million investment of RUSD to support small businesses, lending, and veteran employment programs in the US. Now, this, again, is a very good thing. And we know that Ripple have done it before, but this is called ASEAN Opportunity Fund and the Hire Heroes USA. They're going to be deploying funds towards capital access, training, and career transition support. The donation follows Ripple's earlier $25 million worth of RLUSD pledge to education-focused nonprofits, forming part of a broader engagement strategy. So again, this isn't just about pumping and dumping. This is about building for the long term, doing things right, and fundamentally investing in the infrastructure in the US. And you can't go wrong when you're doing that. And in my opinion, shows the opportunity that sits with RLUSD. So how does this all play out? You've got possibly one of the craziest ETFs launching this week. You've got some really good philanthropy stuff going on with Ripple. Well, the market performance has been, well, sluggish. The last 24 hours has not been the craziest time as we build towards rate cuts coming Wednesday. But analysts are now predicting a volume spike, and this could be reflected in buyer confidence, especially when you think about what we just talked about. The $3.60 $3.30 are two key levels to look at as we potentially break out in line with that buying pressure coming in for those ETFs. And maybe if we allow ourselves to go a little bit more bullish, a $4.20. But watch out, downside moves, $2.72, $3. Definitely worth thinking about, as we could see a little bit of volatility into those Fed rate cuts. But overall, in my opinion, Bitcoin, Ethereum, they did very well with ETFs. Now it's time to take a seat to the side and the XRP's ETF finally hit the market. And I think we're going to see a ton of these listed over the next 2 or 3 weeks. So as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and how bullish are you on these ETFs? Let me know, as always. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget, do join our Discord, link in the description, and become a channel member if you want to get perks and access to videos before everyone else. But until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.